the producer and DJ, and this man is also the co-owner of Fan Control Football, and he wants to talk about something called the Fan Control Football Ballerz Collective NFT. Joining us here on the Rich Eisen Show, the two-time Grammy Award nominee on the Mercedes-Benz Van phone line, Steve Aoki. How are you, Steve?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
Where
have you come in from? Are you in Vegas right now? Are you in L.A.? Where have we called you?
Yeah, I know. I'm in Vegas. I live out in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out here.
You were at the first game this year for the Raiders, right? You were the DJ of the moment there for Raiders versus Ravens, right?
Yeah. I was there for the Raiders game. Yeah, that was a great start to the season for them. You know.
Okay.
And I mean, it's just that stadium is insane. It's a beautiful stadium. So just to get people in there, just the vibe in there is great. I've seen a couple of games in there already.
Yeah.
Awesome stadium.
And is that the largest room you've ever DJ'd for, Steve? I imagine. Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely up there, for sure.
What do you mean up there? There's been you've DJ'd for bigger places than the current home of the Las Vegas Raiders. That's impressive.
I mean, and many of the times, I don't really play in a room like that, or and that's not really indoors, but fields. When you do like a field of people, it could be a lot of people.
Okay.
All
right.
So.
All right, that's very good. Well, I got we have right here on the Rich Eisen Show, Steve. I'm going to bring him right in here. He's our audio executive, as he likes to be known. He DJs himself. Would you say on the side?
Mike,
yeah,
now it's on the side. I started in '79.
Okay, Steve, he's a little bit jealous. He's a little bit jealous. He wanted me to ask, because we have contacts. I'm the host of NFL Network. I have contacts with the NFL. He wanted to be the one to be the first DJ.
No, I just want to do it in the end zone.
No, Mike, you could admit that's where he did it from.
I know. No, he did. Did you do it from the club, Steve? Or were you like above? You were above the club, right? You were in your own.
Where was I? I was like where they have the bands perform.
Yeah,
like they have like the live music perform up on top, right by the. It's like a digital flame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the flame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like right up there. So it's not down on the floor. Although I did see, I was at a game, and I saw Marshmallow play the halftime, and he was down there.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool to watch him.
So how many people do you have in your life, Steve Aoki, who come up to you and say they're a DJ? And think that they could do what you do? How many people in your life do you have come up to you like that, Steve?
I mean, there's definitely the young guys and girls that are coming up with aspirational dreams and questions, and of course, so if I have time, I'll sit down and talk to them.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's a lot of fun. What you see in pictures and videos. But it's a lot of work.
Well, how many?
You have to really get in there and put in the time in the studio and on your sets, etc.
How many people are divorced men pushing 60 come up to you and say that they could do it? How many of those people?
More of them, because it's a very, very small minority of people. So, hey, you know what? There's a demographic for everybody. You know what I mean? So. Especially on SiriusXM, you fill every demo on SiriusXM, so this is the perfect place to start.
Okay. See, Mike, do you want your own show then? Because Steve might be able to hook you up. What do you think?
We'll talk offline.
He Ustreams from his house on a Friday night. You know what I mean?
No, I'm on Mixcloud. I think Steve knows what we're doing.
Okay.
Twitch and Mixcloud. Steve, we all do it.
I don't even know. I'm not a Mixcloud.
Mike, I'm giving you a spot to talk to an elite individual.
I could open for Steve. I'd have fun.
Steve?
I could do a little opening set.
Maybe a little Dimmock collection here between Del Tufo.
Steve,
I play house.
Steve,
I'm a house.
Steve, you looking for an opener? Guy. You looking for an opener, Steve?
Hey, you know what? I don't discriminate. Especially on the age. I think it's important to get the older folks in. Room. It's not just about the young heads.
Yes.
So let's get them all in.
Steve, let me help you out here. Even though we've just met, you should discriminate right now. You should be very discriminatory right now. To be very honest with you, I'm trying to help out somebody who's called into the show. All right, so let's talk about fan-controlled football. And you've got this is something else. The team owners, for those who may not know, Austin Ekeler, Marshawn Lynch, Dalvin Cook. You got the Barber brothers and Richard Sherman. How do you get all these guys together and tell them let's go into business together? Steve?
I think what the point is that the world is changing and it's innovating at a rapid pace,
Mm-hmm.
and now you have ways in which fans, which I think that like just the concept alone that a fan who's fans die hard, they're like following the game, they're doing their fantasy football teams, they follow each team, they follow each player. Imagine if you could actually participate in a team. I mean, just that as a philosophy is something that, I think something that we all wanted. I mean, people that love sports would love to participate, not just as a fan, but to participate in the revenue and growing and the creative behind it. So when I heard that, I was all in. I mean, I think that these kinds of concepts are going to start brewing in every industry, and it makes sense that it's happening in sports.
It's 7 on 6, so it's 7 on 7 on half a football field, 50-yard field, 1 hour running clock, no kicking or special teams. And what happens for those who may not be familiar with it, Steve?
Yeah, so there's different teams, right? There's different teams that are playing on the field, and I own one team.
Okay.
Quavo from the Migos owns another. Marshawn Lynch has another. And fans come in and they could participate in whatever team they want, whatever team they feel like that they want to put their time and investment in. And we start building the team. We design the jerseys together. You can make plays. You can make plays on what you think will happen with your players, how they're going to play,
Right.
they're going to play the ball. And if what you predict happens, your prediction, not only does you win on whatever sort of bet you make, but you get on a leaderboard and you get valued for that. You get noticed for that, and that's kept up on a leaderboard, which I think is really important. It's like, imagine if you always make the plays,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just 90%, all on the button. You always get it. At least everyone could see it. And I think that's really important to see. Like, you want to see that. You want to kind of flex with your friends. Like, look at me. I made all the plays. I know all this stuff.
Right.
I mean, we love doing that. Who does it, right? So I think there's a lot of different points of interest for people to jump in and get involved, because it's just a lot of fun. It's like just adding a little bit more sweat to what you're doing, and adding a little more salt to the popcorn, so that when you do watch the game, you're just so much more invested than just having a fantasy football league.
Yeah, it's played in a single high-tech studio arena. It's like Madden for real life, FCF. And then what's the FCF Ballerz Collective, Steve? What's that about?
The FCF Ballerz Collective is basically just exactly what I'm talking about. It's like it's a collective of different teams coming together and making this happen. And this is early. We're early right now. So
okay.
This is, we just had one season, and I just developed this team for this new season, and we're going to continue to grow it. And just like with anything, the people will show you that it will be a success or not.
Yeah, right. And then there's an NFT involved in this now as well. I guess that's what I meant, is what's the NFT part of this thing?
Oh, right, yeah. So I'm big on NFTs. I've been heavy into the space for quite some time, and we're incorporating NFT component with our team.
Okay.
So I'm sure other teams are going to be doing the same thing, but my partner on our team is also heavy into the NFT space. So we're going into it with another utility, so people can get involved and build on the secondary market and build another revenue stream on the NFT game. So
okay.
It's there's a lot more that we're going to announce as we develop it further.
Very good, Steve Aoki. So everybody could check out more. Where can people go to check out more of what you're talking about? For
I mean, what? So I'm like just involved in all different kinds of industries. But with FCF, just look that up on Google. I'm sure you can just figure it out and find it out for yourself. For me, everything is pretty much Steve Aoki. So if you go to my website, steveaoki.com, or Twitter or Instagram, all that stuff is there. When it comes to NFTs, pretty much Twitter is the place where people communicate on NFTs. It's not Instagram, it's not TikTok, it's really like Twitter.
Okay.
So even though it seems to be a dated social media platform, it's still really the most responsive when it comes to.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it's dated because if I'm on it, it must be dated. So, I mean, that's the way we communicate mostly. You've got 8.2 million followers on there. Not too bad for being dated, Steve. I'll tell you that. So, all right. Is it true that when you threw out a ceremonial first pitch at Dodger Stadium, you actually threw a cupcake first? Is that an actual fact, Steve?
Yeah. You know, and it was the Dodgers gave me the cupcake, so they came prepared. They're like, okay, we want you to do you.
Right.
And I'm like, all right. You know, I mean, obviously this thing like broke apart in the air, you know, but I remember the catcher, he was a good sport, and he like picked up the pieces that were on the ground and like put it in his own face.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so you're a lefty, huh? You come from the left side? I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I got a good curveball.
You got a southpaw?
Yeah.
You got a southpaw situation? All right. So you're in Vegas right now, and you're just living your life. And again, Mike Del Tufo is his name. DJ Mikey D, as in D's nuts, right? Isn't that what Snoop gave you your drop? Yep. Do you have that? You want to play that for Steve Aoki? Because again, I don't know if you've got a Snoop drop, Steve, but so does.
What it do? It's your boy Big Snoop D-O Double G coming at you live from Los Angeles, and my DJ Mikey D. D is in these nuts.
What do you think of that, Steve? What do you think of that?
I mean, you have definitely that's leveled up. I mean, I don't know many people with a Snoop Dogg drop. That's a pretty big deal.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve.
All right. I don't know what the term is of footsteps that you might hear in your business, but those belong to DJ Mikey D. So be on the lookout.
Mikey D, D's nuts. I like it.
I got another drop now. Thanks,
Oh no,
Steve, thanks, man.
Steve, thanks for calling in. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it again soon.
All right, guys.
All right,
Have
there
a
you
good
go.
one.
There you go. The
Take
Steve
care,
Aoki at Steve Aoki. Be part of the gajillions to follow him.
Love it.
There you go. You wanted his spot.
No, I want to open for guys like him. I can't play with those guys. Are superstars.
You're a superstar.
No.
man.
I'll give me just an opening for one of those guys.
So
Yeah, but you
I can
wanted to
totally
play
do
the Raider game. That's what Rich.
no, I would be a great hype DJ for a football game.
So is-
only because that's what I do
So
on
is
Friday
Steve,
nights.
is Steve Aoki right now, after hanging up the phone, shaking his head like you did about the
No.
mention of Jeff Walker?
No.
Like,
No,
you know,
not at all.
Like he's shaking his head like, oh God, not that person.
I
Like,
bar with
and then
other
they go,
DJs.
Who's
And
that?
then a week later, he'll be like, "Well, I just didn't know who he was."
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, they,
Some, yeah, and just saying, whatever. Is that what he's doing right now?
I got another drop though. We gotta get that. I gotta get that. cut.
Yeah. There you go.
I mean,
There you go. He was very impressed with your Snoop Dogg drop.
He was.
That's a good drop.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.